Right, weekend 2, down with a new way to film things. Got a nice little device in front of me. Hopefully it works. Hopefully the sound is good. It's not my iPhone. It's a little bit easier to film. Plus we can get some B-roll. A lot of things changed up. Number one is I have headphones while I ride. It's on the outside. Shocks. I don't know if they're good or bad. However, I do know that I'm going to be entertained a little bit because it is a pretty boring ride, to say the least. That's the first thing. The second thing is it's still hot out. I'm a little acclimated to it because every single day in the gym I go to the sauna, so I get used to over 100 degrees and 100-degree humidity, so that's good. Today, we're going to have 3.5 hours on the bike. Half an hour run afterwards. I don't know how much I'm actually going to get through of it, but I do know that I'm going to hit at least hopefully 50 miles. I don't know how the fueling is going to go. I have 3 water bottles. I have 2 that are filled to the brim of carbs, and then another one which is water. I need the water because otherwise it's just too much carbs in one sitting. So about 20 minutes in, about 8 miles, 7.5 miles. I gotta be honest, having these headphones in makes a big difference. It's hot out. All right, check in 13 miles and could be doing better. I am tired. I think this week I overcooked myself. Shouldn't have done it this bad at the gym, but have to get it done. Still have 2.5 hours left on the bike. Never ideal to be saying that out loud. Well, we're at the turnaround point. So, super dehydrated right now. I'm 2 hours in. I just did my loop. Do an hour more, at least an hour and a half more. I'm probably about 15-20 miles from my car. So what happened was I put double carbs in my water bottles instead of single carbs. So double carbs means 2 pouches instead of 1. I know the professionals do it. I'm not a professional. So it tastes terrible. It's really hard to take in 2 carbs when you're not used to it, 2 carb pouches. And I was gonna sip it every 20 minutes, finish it within an hour, and probably have too many carbs per hour. Mathematically, statistically, bodily would not be able to take it. So, big mistake. I don't have enough fresh water, so I'm considering not leaving myself out to dry, no pun intended. Turning around, going back, and starting the run, but at least I'll be surrounded by water and electrolytes, which I probably desperately need right now. So I'm stopped, obviously, and let's just say that it is not my ideal day. Last week I was on fire. I was rolling through every single workout, and now I'm halfway through, 2 hours in. I just made a video about how I'm gonna turn around. I'm definitely gonna turn around. I don't feel ideal, and I'm too far away to risk it, to be honest. I've cramped up many times in my life. It's not a good feeling. And what's really nice is you know exactly what it's gonna be like tomorrow. We got some nice overcast little planes going over. If you know, you know. And here we go. Got my water bottle of carbs. It tastes terrible. And I'm just gonna bike all the way back home to just fill up on waters, hopefully some electrolytes and some other things. So, and the guy just looked up at the sky and he understands that we're gonna have some overcast tomorrow. It's hot. Just finished the bike up 50 miles. Did it in 3 hours, and I did not expect to actually make it back, to be honest. It's been a brutal day on the bike. Not hot enough for me to be feeling like this, but I got a 30-minute run right now. We'll see how that goes. Legs and everything very sore. Not ideal, but let's get after it. Halfway through the run, over 11-minute pace. Man, I'm feeling it. It's hot. It's hot. Oh, I can't wait to just stop. All right, another raw video after finishing my run. As you could see on the run, I was hurting bad, which is weird because on the way out, the first 15 minutes was fine. And then the way back, I stopped once, keeled over on my knees, and then I just walked for 2 to 3 minutes and then jogged for the rest of it. But it was a brutal way. It's always in the back of your mind how I'm gonna be able to do a half marathon after biking 56 miles and swimming 1.2 miles. So you're already, what, 4.5 hours into the race, and then, or even longer into the race, and now you're gonna be running a half marathon. It's always in the back of my mind, but today could have definitely been better on the bike with nutrition. I have to worry about more water. I cannot double down on carbs in my bottles at all. I have to have 2 carbs right below my saddle and then 2 in the back, so I have 4 total. I know that's a lot, but I do have a high sweat ratio. And then I have these guys that I eat as well. Actually, I don't have any left in my back, but it's essentially little Cliff gel bars. But I've got a long way to go. I've got a long run tomorrow, I think 8 miles. So it's a lot all of a sudden, but thank God it's over. To be honest, when you're out there and you're sweating and you're hurting and it's not even that bad of a workout and you're thinking it's gonna be a lot worse on race day, you're like, I don't know if I should sign up, which I haven't yet, and I need to. But anyway, that's the latest till tomorrow. Week end 2, long run number 2, except it's not really long. Unfortunately, it's gonna be shorter than last week. And the reason being is I'm cutting it short for my birthday, which I'm turning 40 today, and it's Sunday. I have to go to church with my mom and meet up with my sister after. So I'm not able to actually do the 8 miles as prescribed by ChatGPT, but more along the lines of 5. So we'll touch base once I'm done. Per usual, right after the run or right after the workout, recap, I did 10:25 pace, just over 5 miles, 53 minutes. As I said, I had my birthday today, 40th birthday. Was listening to a lot of Protestant history, to say the least. I went through 2.5 speed. Thank God for that, because I can listen up to 3 times the speed depending on the talker. And it was just absolutely unbelievable history that I was learning from about 1500 to about 1675 when it came to Switzerland, Germany, England, Scotland, what was going on, and just the real history. And it's amazing what happened. And we're living at such a totally different era. They were just literally just always fighting each other over religion, whether it was the Puritans, the Church of England. It wasn't called the Anglicans at the time. The Calvinists were trying to get back in bed with the Lutherans. And then the Catholic Church was just still there, just pushing against all this nonsense. It's kind of amazing to learn about it. But my week usually goes about 1,400. Sorry, there's sweat in my eyes and it burns. It's about 1,400 yards on Monday. And then Tuesday, I usually do a just bike for about 50 minutes. I do some intervals in between. Wednesday is a bike and run. It's usually about 50-50, probably more on the bike. And then on Thursday, it is just a run with intervals, about 50 minutes. And then Friday, it's about another 1,400 yards swimming. And I have a Bible study at 7:30 right after that. So I'm up at 4:30 on Friday. But I understand now that I have to go within my heart rate. That if anyone is training for anything, just go in your heart rate. Don't go at speed, don't go at anything, because today is a lot more overcast, but my heart rate was still pretty high for a low speed, running speed. But yesterday the sun was out, but it was more humid. So the conditions mean everything. Your body means everything. Is it recovered? Is it not recovered? So always go with heart rate, in my opinion. I'm not a professional. I'm not a doctor. Do not take any of the advice that I just gave. But after completing, 6 triathlons, training for as long as I did, was it 6, 7? I don't know. But training as long as I did for at least 2 years now, in total, every day, almost every day, is that heart rate. You have to keep it within a certain heart rate. I usually do under 155. It's usually about 150 to 150 is really, I really want to just top it off at 150 to 153 on my run. And then on the bike, no more than 145, especially during training. In a race, it's a little bit different because you have so many variables. You're punching after, say, taking water at an aid station, or there's a hill, or there's someone in front of you, or you have to burn a match to get around someone. There's so many variables on race day. But when it comes to training, I keep it very consistent, very steady. And that's a huge learning curve from what I did in 2019. 2019, I would be exhausted after every single run, every single bike, because I was pushing my heart rate to 170, 173. My everything averaged above 165, which is crazy. But also one thing that was going through my mind, I know this is more of like a quote unquote diary, but I noticed running by all these houses that I yearn, I think, for more of a suburb life, so I could train, I can find someone to be with long term. The city life is something that I could do during the day and just do it for work, but long term it's not ideal. Well, someone's coming up now, so I'll end it.